The only game I missed is Clay Gear. I feel like I remember the name, but not entirely. Also, that is kind of a little loud. Let me turn it down a little tiny bit. Alright, let's see. Like, I feel like I remember the name, but I don't remember exactly what it was. I might not pay attention. I'd rather go in blind. Fair enough. Actually, I think I do remember that game. I think I remember being actually intrigued by it. Like, if it's one of the games that showed up at, like, the year prior to TGA, that might be what I'm thinking of. And if that's the case, then I'm also interested in seeing that then. But I am curious on what this unannounced game is supposed to be. Apparently it's from some Japanese. There is a rare Xbox RPG, which makes it interesting. Yeah. I wonder how long. I imagine it's gonna be like 20-30 minutes. Probably like 30 minutes, 35 at most, probably. Depending on how long you talk about each individual game. Because it looks like they're also, since the developer direct, they'll like talk about it and stuff. I forgot how long last year's was. I think it was around 30-ish minutes. I could check, but let's see. Let me check while we're waiting. Alrighty. Zoom. Not loading. Oh, we're going into that first. Okay. Huh. Is that what we're just going straight into that? Look, guys, it's definitely Persona. It's definitely Persona. Oh, the Team Ninja game. Are they making another Ninja Gaiden? Is this what it's about to be? Is it another Ninja Gaiden? Are they finally making a it was around
このゲームスチーム忍者の安田文彦です。今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですがこちらをご覧ください。
And then exactly another Ninja Gaiden.
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the Divine Dragons, wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's
I know nothing about Ninja Gaiden, but actually I know nothing. Yeah.
The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Chaos?
Infiltrated the facility. Commencing mission.
Platinum? Oh, God. Okay. Yep, it is definitely a Platinum game. It is most definitely a Platinum game.
No escape.
Yeah, it looks like Ninja Gaiden. That's dope. It has been a while. If it's actually Ninja Gaiden, it's been a while since the last Ninja Gaiden from the Wii Shop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's it. Like, I'm not someone that's like big into that. I know like next to nothing about the series. Oh, I guess dope.
Weak.
It looks sick. Platinum games usually are very cool, and like Platinum games are always very interesting. Recently, they've been kind of as of late. Yep, there it is. There's the confirmation.
Clan is plotting. It ends here.
There it is. And the new Ninja Gaiden. That's sick. That's actually sick. It looks really good too. It looks really good, and honestly, Platinum needs something like that.
I will execute my mission.
Ninja Gaiden 4. Yeah, that's sick. That's honestly, yeah, that's sick. That's sick.
世
That,
界
that's
中の
kind
町
of
人
dope.
の皆さん、10年以上大
Yeah,
変お
that
待たせしました
this is like the
最強の
perfect
忍者と
like
なり容赦な
not
く襲い
big
来る
but
敵に
big
挑むハ
enough
イスピードアクション忍者ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として
to be hyping
忍
it
者
up
ガイ
like
デン
that.
4を
Yeah,
発
no.
表させていただきました
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
本作はプラチナ
They
ゲー
said
ム
it's
ズさん
like
との
10
協業
years.
で開発を進めています
New, have
プラ
they
チナゲーム
never?
ズさんのアク
Yeah,
シ
I
ョンゲー
guess
ムというジャ
Platinum
ンルに
never
おける
done a
実
Ninja
績は
Gaiden
言うまで
game.
もなくベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど
Yeah,
素晴らしいアクションタイトルを
I
生
guess
み出
they've
してこら
never
れま
done
した
Ninja Gaiden. You're right. It's been
忍
like
者ガイデン4という
yeah,
タ
it's
イト
been
ルを
Ninja
10年以上の
Theory.
時
That's
を超
right.
えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり
And then
よ
before
り多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよ
Kingdom Hearts 4
う
the
新たな
men-
世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました
It looked like it actually looked really good. Well, like I
先
said,
ほどご覧い
Platinum
ただいた
needed
映像
something
の
like
中で
this because
リュウハヤブサも登場しておりました
Platinum had been in the
が彼は今
fucking
回
shitter
も
at
物
the
語に
way.
密接に関わってきますなぜヤクモと戦うことになったのかリュウハヤブサが戦う目的は何なのか本作の物語の中で展開していきます
任務は必ず成し遂げる邪魔をするな
I thought that was
物語は
period.
黒竜がもたらした正気の網によって
I was so
荒廃
confused.
した首都東京が舞台となっていますこの雨は黒竜がまだ生きている証であり
Also,
雨が
what
止
the
まない
hell
限り
is
東京に安寧は訪
Ninja
れま
Gaiden
せん
even about? There we're talking about dragons and fucking yokai looking fucking creatures. Like, what the hell is Ninja
今
Gaiden
作の
even
新主人
about?
公でありハヤブサとつゆの
Like, I played
カラ
it
ス一
like
門に所属す
maybe
るヤク
one
モ
or
が
two like
首都
briefly,
東京
but
で
like
黒竜を
not
倒
much.
し
Like
この世
maybe
界
a
を晴らす
demo
た
at
め
most.
戦いに
But
身
I
を
know
投じま
just
す
nothing about this series that this is not
これまで忍者ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきた
that I
ダー
thought.
クでハードな
No,
世界観
I
は
knew
継承し
saying that would get
そこにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いやより混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています
Yeah, no, this
ステージプレイ
this
中
is
に
a
街
it's
が
a
呪いの
platinum
影
ass
響
game.
ビルは崩れ道は歪みヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう舞台となる
I'm
東京は
surprised
とあ
Platinum
る
and
出来
them
事によっ
like
て
never
街全
go.
体
Like
が
I
崩
guess
壊
because
し
Ninja
魔族
Theory
や
was
ヤク
doing
モ
it.
と敵対する勢力
One of
が
them
ひ
August?
しめき合う状態になっており
Not
環境全
surprised
体
that
が
like
プレ
they
イヤーに
never
牙を向くように感じ
contacted
られるは
Platinum
ずです
before to do one of these. Like you would think
前
for a
作より
series like this they
立
would
体
do
的に
that.
自由度の増した危険に満ちたステージをリングやシリーズおなじみの体術など
Yeah, that's
忍
it.
者アクションを駆使して
That's
乗り
cool.
越えていくことにな
That,
ります
honestly, good work
レー
because
ルア
I
クショ
know
ン
Ninja
スイングア
Gaiden
クションなど
3
ダイナミ
wasn't
ックで爽快なシ
from
チュエー
what
シ
I
ョンを
remember, at
多く
least
追加
when
し
it
ました
when it came at least when it
これ
came
ら以外
out,
にも様々な
Ninja
シチュエー
Gaiden
シ
3
ョンや
wasn't
チャレン
really
ジ
that well
隠されたアイ
received
テムなどを用意しており
critically
ステー
and
ジが
by
進むごとに上
a
がっていく
decent
テンシ
amount
ョ
of
ン
fans
に
as
も
well.
驚いていただけると思います
So I'm happy that fans are getting a fourth game. The problem is Ninja Gaiden has always been like a very difficult
新しい主人公の
game
ヤク
series
モは
as well.
竜ハヤブサに次
Like
ぐ
that
新たな
shit
町
is
人
hard.
です彼にはまだ
For no
若さも残っていますがカラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり忍者ガイデンシリーズにおける忍者の頂点竜と肩を並べる世代の
Like
超
it's in the
人たぎ
same
る人
vein
物
as
と
Devil
して
May
デザ
Cry
イン
with
してい
me.
ます
Like it's one of those situations where like if you like I guess like if you once you like actually understand how the game functions, like then you get down with it. The problem is that I never could. So it's like the same way with Devil May Cry.
現世に
Like
蔓延す
Ninja
る
Gaiden the
人
same
の
way.
上が
Like
る者
it's always
龍
some
馬そしてもちろん
I never could
シ
get
リーズ
down
おなじみの魔人も登場します
and in theory
ま
that's
た
also a skill
現時
issue
点
on
で
my
は公
part.
開していませんが新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も登場しますので続報にご期待ください
Where is Ayane?
従来のシリーズから
Like the
バトル
only
スピードを
the
さらに
only
加速させ
the only other
目にも
character
止まら
I
ぬスピー
know
ド
from
で
this
敵との
series
攻
because
防を
she's
繰り
in
広
Dead
げる
or
ことができ
Alive.
ますさらにヤクモが使える新要素結節忍術ヌエの型を駆使したダイナミックな攻撃によってこれまでから大きく進化した一対他の戦闘を可能にしましたヌエの型ではこれまでの忍者ガイデンにはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます
Oh my god.
もちろん
I
一
should put
対
the
一の
main
戦
guy
闘に
in
おける
Dead
必
or
須の存
Alive
在
as
で
well.
す
Yeah,
プレイヤー
problem
同様
they've been
敵も
they've been at
ガード
Dead
や
or
回避をして
Alive like a good
緊
bit.
張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます敵の動
This
きを
could
しっ
lead to
か
a
り
new
捉
one
えなが
though.
ら
Maybe.
一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくことが重要です。ヌエの方によって忍者ガイデンのアクションの味わい
I'm happy for
に
them.
さらなる進化を感じられるかと思います。
Like, I know for like casual people, this is probably like a big announcement for them.
特にアクション
Well,
に
like
関しては
Ninja Gaiden is
手
still
触り
variable.
バランス調整など
Uh,
再度にわたり日々議論させていただ
by
き
people,
会社の
by
垣根を越え
fans of
た
the series.
密なやり取りをさせていただいています。本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜
Like,
と
I
は
know
一
my
味違う
brother.
アクションを有してい
Like,
ま
I
す
don't know
が
if he was like an
その中で
actual
も
fan of
し
the
っかり
games.
と
I know he
忍
really
者
liked
ガイデ
them.
ンらしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス、ヌエ2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて
I got the only Ninja
敵
guy I
や
know is the
状
one
況
in
ごとに
NES.
使
I
い分け
forget
る
the
攻略
NES
の深
one
みや
exists.
熱脚、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などは
I thought
も
the
ち
game
ろん
was
ヤ
the
クモ
kid
でも
occurs
健
out
在
of
です
situation. No, there
ヤ
was
クモと
one
竜
in
ハヤブサはそれぞれ
From
が
my
かなり異
knowledge,
なる個性的な遊び心地になって
Ninja
います
Gaiden
ので
1 was on
さまざま
was
な
it on
戦
the
闘バリエー
PS2?
シ
I
ョンを
don't
楽しむ
think
ことが
so.
できるようになっています。
It might have been on the PS3 first. Maybe.
ヤクモそして竜ハ
Actually,
ヤ
no,
ブ
I
サの
think
双方
I
で
think
飛
Ninja
燕
Gaiden 1 was
水の
like
落
an
としなど
Xbox,
シリー
like
ズ
the
同じような
modern
アクション
one.
も駆使しつつ
Was like an
新
Xbox
アクショ
one
ンを
and
織り
then
交ぜ
two
た
came out. I
新しい
think
忍者
I
ガ
don't
イデン
remember.
にご期待ください。
All I know is there's been a few games since the NES
忍
version.
者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯ごたえやグレードの高いアクション体験の継承、さらに我々プラチナゲームズの特徴であるスピーディーなアクションや
Well, I
ダ
would
イナ
hope
ミッ
you
ク
would
な演
keep the
出も取り入
difficulty
れ
of these because
進化した
as
正
much
当
as
な
I
作り
like
上げるべく
want to
総
complain
力
about
挙げて
how
開発を
difficult
進め
these
ており
games
ます。
are for no reason,
容赦な
I
い
can
敵とのい
appreciate
かなる
them
攻
being
防にも
difficult. Like
レアに
there's
戦える手
a
触り
certain
を
appreciation
ヤクモ
of
で
the
も目指
games
してい
like
ます。
being
皆
still
様
being
に
difficult.
進化
And
し
I
た
can
忍者ガイ
appreciate
デンを
that.
触っていただけ
Even
る
if
と
I suck
楽し
and
み
I
にして
can't
います。
enjoy it because of
シリー
that,
ズファンは
like
も
I
ち
can
ろんのこと
appreciate
忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイする方でも存分に楽しめる作品になっておりますので、ぜひ発売をお待ちください。
長年にわたってプラチナ
When
ゲ
does it
ーム
come
ズさん
out?
と共にまさに忍者
Are
の
we
よう
not
に
getting
潜ん
this
で
game
忍
for
者ガイ
like
デン4
2
の開
years?
発を進めてきましたが、ついに発表することができて非常に嬉しく思います。2025年秋に本作を皆様にお届けできるのを楽しみにしています。
This year? Holy shit! Never
ご
mind!
希望にもぜひご期待ください。
That is the most October release. This is the most October game ever. that is going to be an
さて
October
本
game.
日お伝えしたい発
What do you mean
表
there's
は
one
そ
more
れだけではありませ
thing?
ん。こちらをご覧ください。
Huh? Y'all got more than one thing? Y'all are fucking lying. This is not Dead or Alive. This is not Dead or Alive. You're lying. Are they remaking the first game? Is that what's happening? Are they remaking the first game? Are they actually remaking the first modern Ninja Gaiden game? You're lying if that's the game.
My path leads through the land of the dead.
And thus the sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
Wait, what is this? Like I said, I know nothing about Ninja Gaiden.
Go back to
Genshin! Oh hell yeah! We're going Genshin Impact to go to hell? Yeah, hold up! The game is fire, hold up! Ninja Gaiden 2 Black? Wait, they're remaking the
忍者ガイデ
second
ン2のオリ
Ninja
ジナル
Gaiden?
版は2008
What?
年に Xbox 360で発売し、バイオレンスな表現と
The second
ハイスピードなバトルを皆
game
様にお楽しみい
What the
ただいた作品です。今作忍者ガイデン2ブラ
What
ッ
do
ク
you
では
miss?
オリジナル版の表
Ninja
現に
Gaiden
戻り
4
アン
got
リアルエンジン
announced
5を用いた
that
グラフィック
apparently
を
they're
大幅に刷新
remaking Ninja Gaiden
忍者ガイデン
2?
2の完全版として開
Like,
発いたし
okay.
ました。綺麗なグラフィックでお楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、竜ハヤブサに加え、綾音、もみじ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場し
Oh,
ます。
Momiji and Rachel are
そ
also
して本
from
作は本日
Ninja Gaiden
コンソール
9.
PC そ
This
して
shows how much I know
Xbox ゲーム
nothing
パス
about
でこの
Ninja
後
Gaiden
すぐ
and
に
or Dead
発
or
売となります。
Alive.
忍者ガイデンシリーズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと、本日忍者ガイデンを知っていただいた皆様も忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみく
You
ださい。
mentioned your guy. Wait, what do you mean play Ninja Gaiden 2 while waiting
今
for?
年はチーム忍者創立30周年の
While
節目で
waiting
あ
for
り
Ninja Gaiden
本日
4.
発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4を含め
What is this
2025
game coming
年
out
は忍
like
者の年
next
イヤーオ
month
ブ
or
ザ忍者
something?
となりま
What?
す。ぜひ忍者ガイデンシリーズの展開にご注目ください。 本日はありがとうございました。
I didn't even pay attention to the release date if there was one for that. That's crazy. Is that game? Wait, that shit is out today? What? Huh? What? I missed. Wait, I completely missed that. What? What? Wait, oh, so that's just the Game Pass version that we got too? Okay. Are they like... Okay. So they just like remastered it? Okay. Okay, that makes way more sense then.
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here
It
in
makes way
Montreal,
more
Canada.
sense then. Yeah.
At our studio, we care about world building, and we treat the setting almost like a character of its own. From the magical noir of Contrast to the alternate history
I
we have to
forgot.
view,
Oh my
we draw
god.
inspiration from the
Contrast.
landscape,
Contrast
music,
just
drama,
woken
and
a hidden memory. I forgot about
For
that
South of
game.
Midnight, our third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters
that's
bring a
right, I
folklore geek
forgot.
self to life.
Oh, we're talking.
This
We're,
gave
oh,
us
we're
a
talking.
chance
It looks
to
good for
explore
2
Southern
so I
Gothic
get
themes with
confused.
a
Yeah,
dark
because I
fantasy
thought
twist.
it didn't look way too good
So while our
to
protagonist
be
Hazel
that.
is at the forefront
Where's
of our
Hollow Knight?
story,
Hawk, I'm so
it's
sorry
the
to tell
macabre
you.
elements and larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
That's a crazy remaster update. The game that intentionally runs at like 20 frames.
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't.
Actually, it looks like you're running way better now.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
We wouldn't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble.
Hey, yo.
Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel.
Okay. Oh, well, your house is just gone. Well, your mother's dead. Oh, God.
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but disastrous events will push her into a darkly magical
Okay, never
world
mind.
where
It's
she'll learn
intentionally
who she
still
really
running at
is
20 frames.
and how to tap into weaving. An ancient magical power that
Which, if that's
redefines
intentional,
her
that's
trajectory
not.
in life.
I can accept it, I guess.
The land itself chooses Hazel as a weaver.
Loud for no reason.
Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap
Yeah.
into a deeper reality. The grand tapestry.
Yeah.
Weavers can see the fabric
Like an
binding our
intention, it's an
worlds,
intentional thing.
connecting
Which
people,
I could get used to.
nature, and echoes of the
Oh, God.
past.
That stream is up and down. Oh,
Hazel
God.
can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through her newfound power, she reweaves these stigmas and
Oh, I
mends
actually
the
get to
afflicted
find with the other
creatures
game
she
function.
encounters.
I don't know if we've
As
seen
Hazel
gameplay
discovers
before,
her power,
but I haven't
the
seen gameplay
world
of it
gradually
before.
shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures from the old folktales actually exist.
You up here, my salvation.
Among them is
I'm
good old
interested
Catfish,
in
the
it
storyteller
only
who becomes both
because
the guide and
we usually
companion to
don't
Hazel
get
across
like
It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver.
we don't get a lot of like
Would you
single
kindly
player. Oh,
your
stream is
weaving
dying in
thing
general.
and help
Oh
me
God, stream is just
Meeting
dying
Catfish
itself for
marks the
whatever
true
reason.
beginning of
Oh
Hazel's
God.
journey. All of Hazel's arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks, and a distaff. Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of
Box
movement
it, yeah,
abilities.
exactly.
Those abilities
Okay.
also help Hazel progress on the
Ooh.
journey.
Okay.
As her journey unfolds,
Oh.
Hazel will master
Okay, it
new
looks
weaving
interesting.
abilities, using them to traverse the world,
It looks
conjure
interesting.
objects,
I will give it that. Oh
and
God.
confront
Yeah. Xbox. Hold on. Let me lower.
Combat is about understanding and
Probably
adapting
the
to
lower
different enemy archetypes known as Aints. The manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
Probably need to lower the. Sorry. Probably need to lower the.
The manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
These haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
You want the lag, and you
Each
know it
Aint
is
has
me.
its
I
own
think.
unique moveset, strengths, and weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For
I was
example,
running that
the
shit at like
slug burrows on
4K.
the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar,
I should not have been doing.
while the Ravager closes the
I
distance
mean, it was working
with
fine
chilling
for a
speed.
while.
Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to execute powerful combos, jump attacks, and charge attacks. But close combat is risky and can backfire because Aints have powerful defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills becomes the key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage during a fight. Timing is everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos, push them back to interrupt and stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes. Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time. Once near death, enemies can be unraveled, breaking their core and setting them free of their corruption, which has the added benefit of providing health boosts and reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's combat readiness and keep on chaining her abilities. As Hazel progresses in the game, she unlocks new moves and improved abilities, and you'll have to decide which areas to prioritize.
Oh, a little bit.
The upgrades will change how you approach combat, like enhancing area of effect attacks, or refining push and pull skills to improve precision and make them feel more rewarding.
Sekiro?
The combat system is fast
Element
and
of
responsive, built around chaining attacks, landing precise strikes, and unraveling enemies.
No, like not.
You mind if I take a look around?
Okay.
You can see every place old Molly terrorized and more. Now for the low, low price of $1.
Oh.
In Hazel's search for her mother, you'll explore multiple regions, each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings, once human or animal, who were transformed by tragedy. Their secrets waiting to be discovered.
That's just a monster hunter monster. That's just I forgot what monster from Monster Hunter that is. That's just a monster hunter monster.
These echoes before she could vent them.
Down in the bayou, it probably is Louisiana.
The someone.
We design each region to reflect the creature that's been doomed to wander it. From the atmospheric environment to unique music themes composed for each one. While not all encounters lead to direct combat, Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can heal them. Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences also reflects the uniqueness of each creature.
You know what this kind of reminds me of in terms of like... That's just a monster hunter fight. That's just a monster hunter fight! That is just a monster hunter!
As the encounters progress, the music
doing a tail whip and everything! Nah! That's just a monster hunter! Design and battle!
Or hugging Molly. Each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by something folklore and lead to climactic battles.
Oh, you're
dead. You got a long journey ahead.
South of Midnight
you know what? It
reminds
me of Forspoken in terms of like
you'll travel through a
character
tapestry of Southern-inspired
that gets like
from
transported or whatever, or
to
like kind of bullshit like that,
to the Appalachian
like,
peaks.
It doesn't look like
in our
like,
magical
obnoxious.
South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments
as
away from a hungry Rugal. And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
Somewhat serious in a way.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and Haint Blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The way to the past emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
So I'm the last person left here. All those damn Haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our Moody Compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation.
Okay,
which allows our team to bring a distinct personality and tone into every crafted character.
It is intentional.
Because this folklore is open to visual interpretation, we embrace the freedom to reimagine these creatures and their stories, to adapt how they look, and to craft our own version of a fantastical Deep South.
There are some pretty cool design, I will say.
At Compulsion Games, we love to craft around central themes.
That is why this is the same company that made Contrast, which Contrast wasn't a bad game, but you can tell it was one of those games that like it was one of their earlier games.
That the game will launch on April 8th, and pre-orders are now available on Xbox.
Oh, that comes out in April? Ooh, that is a. I don't know, because I don't know of anything else coming out in April. So that might not be that bad of an early thing. I'll check that out, especially if it's on Game Pass or whatever. I'll check it out. Yeah, I can't believe Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is on Game Pass now. That's crazy. Yeah, well, because I don't know why I saw that and thought Monster Hunter and Like a Dragon, but that's like next month. I don't think there's really anything in April, at least not right now, that is.
Bonjour everyone. We are Sunfall Interactive and welcome to our manor.
Man,
we are a small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clarobscur Expedition 33.
Oh yeah, oh, this is the game I was thinking of. That's right. This is so ironic. I had been for months trying to figure out what the fuck this game was called because I had remembered it one day, but I couldn't remember the name to it. And I was like, oh, this shit looks sick. I want to know more about this, and I could not remember the name to this. This is the game. Okay, now I'm intrigued.
I needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer and you will get it.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element and a cinematic battle camera system.
Ooh, okay.
Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that defined by three core elements. A story with great emotional depth, gameplay that innovates on the classics we love, and a world that is completely original, beautiful, and immersive. We founded Sunfall Interactive on these tenets: a group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
This too is your legacy. Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased.
What the
Every year that
fuck?
number ticks down, everyone dies younger and younger.
What the hell?
Apart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
That's a crazy setup. Holy shit!
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about Aria.
Hey, that's a crazy
We want our story
premise.
to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency. You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle, who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustave, are you real?
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character. He has a really cool battle mechanic where he can turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
What the hell?
Need the foot. Aha!
He's very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Gestrol, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and many other Gestrolls across the game.
We're gonna have the whimsy colorful character in the RPG.
And of course, there is Esquier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Esquier is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world. And if you bring him back his special spells, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition, and each of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think players will really connect with.
Where are the other two characters?
In addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision for our own take on the genre's core gameplay. Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism. During enemy turns, you can negate all damage by dodging or parrying at the right time.
Okay.
The balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character. We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game. Each character has a unique mechanic. Maëlle switches between stances which can ultimately boost defense or power. I personally like to make Maëlle the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustave's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game are called Lumina. Every character has more than 20 unique skills in their skill tree and hundreds of passive effects. They can gain through Lumina and weapons. So there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore. Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
Yeah, that looked dope.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestrol Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought.
Again,
it's a place where anyone could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Gestrals are like. The Gestrol Village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrals, or forgotten wooden toys in a box. with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in.
We still got Doom to talk about, oh my
Same
God.
process with the characters. Minoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies.
Okay.
Ow!
Definitely a Destro.
For SK, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map. And it was a real challenge to create, both artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need SK's help traveling around.
Here we go.
We're super happy with the results.
I'm curious on how well that's gonna run, because that seems like that.
If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have
not
to
run as well.
Good luck.
But we shall see.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past 4 years. That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th on Xbox Series X and S and is available day one with Xbox Game Pass. You can already wish the game and follow us for more info.
Here to make people pick and choose.
We are super excited to invite you into the world of Expedition 33. We are a small, passionate team. It's our debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover our story, our world, and our take on the turn-based genre.
What the fuck happened with this company?
Everyone at Sunfall, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Another really Xbox takes that as a challenge they did. Oh, it's coming out PS5. Never mind. Fuck Xbox. There it is. There's y'all game now. Listen, I will give Doom a try eventually. Yeah, this is the game.
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software. Where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on id's tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid I mouthed the words.
Oh my god! Jesus! Yo, it's the guy from Fortnite.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series.
Really?
And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with
and I feel like if that's the case, I feel like it's better. Why there's White Coco? Why was there a Pokemon in an Xbox?
In the Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but
no
still
shot!
fast.
Nintendo Ninjas after them!
Emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal. and a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again.
Oh my god.
Just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom the Dark Ages, it's an all-new world
with new
cannon and Doom and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
The Shield Saw.
Block. Throw.
Yo,
parry,
okay.
Deflect. All from one input. It's contextual. Tons of depth on a single button press. You know,
I would say that's a little overkill, but I feel like that's the point of these games,
so
I imagine.
In 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom the Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
Okay, that is a very interesting. Good
And the Shield Saw will give you the strength to go head to head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created at id. But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail? Or maybe an electrified gauntlet? Or even a Doom spiked mace? That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system.
Why do you have 3 melee?
Complete with combos and upgrades, and it's totally awesome. And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable, smashing your way through the horde with total freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger.
The trigger? Oh. Yeah. Oh my fucking god!
That's right, we've saved the best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created.
What? Is Doom always this chaotic? Like, I know it's chaotic, but is it always this chaotic?
Brutal torture machines, built to butcher, impale, and shred the minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom the Dark Ages.
Uh-huh. Oh my god. Just straight up just set that thing flying. God damn! Holy shit! Oh, is that shield more to the warp? I don't know if they said that, but I wasn't paying attention to that case, but good lord. It's like the things from Fortnite. And a lot to just remember.
And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best. You can slow things down,
I can put it on pussy mode,
or speed them up. It's a Doom for all Slayers.
And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer. We finally have for you, you've been waiting for 2 games now, to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlan, which is a
mech. Is that a spoiler?
It's the size
of a building. I feel like that's a spoiler for this game.
You can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death.
Also, what the fuck?
And if that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon. Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities.
Fall down like it was Fortnite. You were never.
The spectacle is epic. The Power Fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in, and the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun. And as as cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures.
I didn't realize it was an adventure game as well.
There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed.
They put a fucking dragon in Doom. They put a fucking dragon in Doom.
Of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources.
You can swim in Doom.
Where you go, who you fight, and the objectives you pursue.
That ever been a thing? Swimming in Doom? Has that ever been a thing?
Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Has it? Okay. That just seems like something that doesn't from an outsider perspective. You are one ugly motherfucker.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete. And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters.
Oh, and Doom, one of those games are like story with like,
and for returning players,
second
it leads
gateway
directly
first
into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
I assume has always been the case.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make, and make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom: The Dark Ages releases...
That's 3 different games shown off or releasing, like... Also May. Is there anything coming out in May? I don't think so. I don't know if there's anything coming out in May. Not that I think of. That's still crazy that Platinum is doing Indie Guide 4. That's crazy. That is insane. So where do I start? Where do I start with this franchise?